I already told you I'm James. I'm a student at Michigan.
Yeah.
And I'm studying environmental sciences and economics.
Sure.
One issue that's always been important to me is sort of utilities and the amount of money that they pour into politics.
Sure.
I was talking to Michigan Senator Sue Schenck about this recently,
Yeah.
and to her, it was a very important issue. So I have a question. It's a bit of a pointed question. Please forgive me. DTE and Consumers Energy keep raising rates and are stopping us from generating more clean energy in our homes and communities while spending millions on money. Why should Michigan families trust you to stand up to utility companies and put regular people ahead of corporate profits?
Well, I would say nobody should trust any politician outright on what they say. They should look at what they do and take their actions as opposed to their words. And I think if you look at my voting record, we had 56 votes in the House when I was voted in when we had our trifecta. Any one of us could have stopped the clean energy portfolio package from passing if we wanted to. I was a yes on that. I helped negotiate that and make sure that we had protections for local governments in alongside our solar and wind siting bills. That renewable energy portfolio is one of the strongest in the country, and it's one of my prouder votes, I would say, in my time in that first trifecta. There's obviously more we can do. We just talked about some of the protections that we're drafting and trying to put into place. As you heard me say in this housing town hall, one of the big problems in the state is that we're not growing anymore, and a lot of the reason our utility rates are going up is because we lost our big industrial customers and our population isn't increasing like it used to. That puts more of a burden to pay for all of our electric infrastructure on the people that are left. So part of my goal is to figure out how we get the state growing again to shift the burden off of residential customers. I think there's some other things we can do if we get back into majority. Obviously, Republicans don't let us do anything like this, but some things we can do are we can shift some of the burden on who pays the load on the grid back to commercial and industrial customers. That was changed in 2014 under the Snyder administration and put more of the burden on residential customers. We can shift that back. We can also do what's called performance-based rate making. Where we put a framework in place that basically tells the utilities, if you want to raise rates, you need to be able to prove that the money you're getting for raising rates is actually going for reliability and grid upgrades and making the grid more reliable and better for people.
Could I interject? Is that something you would support?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's something I intend to work on next term. I think that would be something that would go a long way to helping rectify some of the issues that we've had. But I think it's a complicated situation, and the one thing that I always try to get across to everybody is we need electricity. On some level, we have to have utilities that provide energy, and so we got to find a way to work this out so that we're not costing people a ton of money, but we're also still able to power the state, right? Like everybody needs to be able to flip a switch and have electricity at the end of the day. So we got to do this together. It's got to be a collaborative thing. It can't just be a like us versus them arrangement, right?
Of course.